Used to have a personal training studio in Gilbert, Arizona, answering all your questions. So essentially, whatever questions you guys have about weight loss, keto, low carb, Atkins, whatever the heck you're doing, trying to get that fat off the body, drop those questions below and I come back and answer them live for you to give you exactly what I would do and what I have my personal training clients do to get that fat off the body. Because honestly, it is so easy to get that fat off the body. It's just you got to have a game plan and know exactly what you need to do for your actual body. Don't try and do what somebody else is doing, because guess what? Their numbers are going to be different than yours. So with that, let's jump right into it. I always go live Tuesdays and Thursday nights, 6 o'clock Arizona time, with whatever questions you guys ask on that live. I will answer them that next day. So today is going to be Thursday, and those questions that are coming in will be answered on Tuesdays live. So make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and completely follow Fullerton Nutrition on Facebook and on YouTube so you never miss a live. So make sure you hit that bell button and never miss any of that good stuff. So first question Nikki asks is, what is keto versus low carb? So essentially all that is, for low carb, you're going to be around 50 grams of carbs. I'm talking all carbs. You can say net, it's up to you. You guys all know who've been watching me, who've been watching my daily Fullerton Nutrition dailies. Basically, I vlog everything of what I'm eating, and you guys will know I do all carbs, I don't do net. So with keto versus low carb, keto, you're going to be around 20 grams of carbs. You're going to have higher fat macros than you are going to be in proteins, and then you're going to be middle in the protein for the macro percentages, and then the carbs is going to be super low for low carb. And then keto, actually I just described keto. Keto is going to be super high fats, medium protein, and then very little to no carbs. So then low carb is going to be more higher in protein, moderate in the fat, and then lower in the carbs. So you're still gonna have low carb, but you're gonna have higher carbs than you would if you were doing keto. And with keto, your fats are gonna be way higher than your proteins. But how I like to do it, I like to do high fat, high protein. How I break down my macros. So Beverly, I'm answering your question as well too. You're asking about the percentages of what I do to get that fat off the body. So with the macro breakdown, your carbs, fats, and proteins, what I like to do is 60% of my calories are going to be coming from my fats. And then 35%, holy cow, not X, is gonna come from protein. And then 5% is going to come from my carbs. So this 5%, it really is 20 grams. So usually I'm under 5% because 5% of 2,400 calories is actually over 20 grams. So I really keep it under that. But essentially that is the breakdown. So this is what I like to do for getting that fat off the body. You can call it keto, you can call it low carb, you can call it whatever you want. Honestly, I call it getting that fat off the body and staying summer ready, because that's what it really comes down to. It doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you're getting results, you're getting healthy, you feel better, you feel healthier, and you look amazing, and you're more confident. That's what it comes down to. Let's see here. What else we got? Gemini Barbie asks, I can't seem to get into ketosis. I am in menopause because of surgery and I have no idea what to do. Help. So with menopause, that one makes it a lot tougher for sure. Hormones is the biggest factor of why people gain weight or lose weight. So that's why women, if they have really low testosterone, yes, women still need testosterone. They don't want high estrogen levels. That's why it's so much easier for us guys to drop body fat than it is for women, is because we have higher testosterone. And testosterone is a hormone that's going to help you lose that fat, higher testosterone, higher metabolic rate, and all that good stuff. So that's why guys actually need more calories than women most of the time. But with that, one thing I have seen is with intermittent fasting, so eating all your calories within an 8-hour window. So how I do it is I will eat 8 hours, I'll be eating. So I'll have 3 meals in those 8 hours, hit my 2,400 calories, and then I'll be fasting for the 16 hours. So here's the thing with intermittent fasting. It doesn't count if your times are different every single day, because you have to have that 16-hour fast. So my times, normally, it depends on what time I wake up and coach. If I'm up at 4 a.m., my time will change. So I will mess with it a little bit. But you don't want to eat one day at 11 and then eat the other day at 7 a.m. because now you cut that hour, you cut 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, you cut 4 hours from your fasting time. So instead of fasting for the 16, you are now fasting for the 12, if my math is right. So it is very important to make sure that if you are doing intermittent fasting, you are doing the same time every single day. So like 11 to 7 or 12 to 8, or if you want to push your meals earlier. I just don't like to go to bed hungry, so I will push my meals back so I can have that last meal at night. So that goes into with those hormones. I've seen people doing intermittent fasting really changing up those hormones and helping and getting benefit from the hormones. One, HGH for one. The end of your fast, the longer you fast, the higher HGH levels you will have. So what I would be doing is doing intermittent fasting, and hopefully that can definitely help. And then, as always, when people ask why they're not getting results, are you hitting calories? Are you tracking your calories? Are you tracking macros? Are you doing net carbs or all carbs? And are you doing intermittent fasting? And are you working out? So with that as well, Savannah, you said you're not in ketosis. Don't stress about it. Stress about, are you getting results? Is your body changing? Are the clothes fitting different? Are you getting results and losing inches? Because that's what it comes down to. Because people can be in ketosis. You can absolutely be in ketosis and not be losing body fat. If you're starving yourself or if you're overeating, you can still be in show ketones on a pee strip, blood meters, and not be getting results. And it's usually because of under eating. 90% of the time, that's what it is. So answer those questions for me, and let me see what I can do with those. But there's a lot of different factors. So if you're not tracking, there's nowhere to pinpoint what is going on. That's why it's so important to track. Yes, guys, I know it sucks to track, but what happens is if you track for a month, all of a sudden you start getting results like, holy cow, that's how this works. I'm like, it's mind-blowing, right? Track for a month. You're already going to know what is the type of calories that you need. You're already going to know the meals that you can have, what size portion size, so you don't really have to track after that. You'll have a very good general idea of where you need to be around. That's why you got to keep it simple. Savannah asked this one, I'm starting keto carnivore, but should I be worried about cholesterol? I'm going to answer this one. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor. So how I'm going to answer this question is I don't worry about my cholesterol. Honestly, I don't. Straight up, not worried about it, because when you have higher testosterone, you will have higher cholesterol, but we're talking about LDL or HDLs. Which cholesterol do you want to be lower or higher? LDL is your bad cholesterol. You want that one to be lower. Your HDLs are your good cholesterol, and those are the ones you want to be higher. So the LDLs you want to be lower, HDLs you want to be higher. So that's the thing with cholesterol. People will get their blood work back and then the doctor will be like, you have high cholesterol. Okay, was it LDL high or is the HDL high? So I truly do not worry about cholesterol. I just don't, honestly. I'm not going to lie to you. So with that question, though, definitely make sure you're still taking in your veggies. If you're doing carnivore, you're going to have higher protein, which is fine. So just make sure you're tracking those calories and still hitting your calorie goals, still staying around whatever goal you're trying to do with those carbs. What is your YouTube channel? I already said that one. All right, so Shelly asks, what is the best workout to do while trying to lose fat? So with that, honestly, any workout is going to be a great one. I'll let my puppy out. Any workout is going to be a great workout. It comes down to nutrition. You cannot outwork your nutrition. So with that, what I always recommend my clients doing, what I've always had my clients do is not intermittent fasting, holy cow, high intensity interval training. You're in the gym for 30 minutes. You don't need to be in the gym for an hour. I'm sorry, you don't. You can get an amazing workout in 30 minutes. My favorite thing is when I had new people come into my studio and they would be like, Tyler, I don't think a half an hour workout is going to be enough for me. I usually work out for an hour. They would be the ones who would be throwing up, because high intensity interval training is you're giving it everything you got. You are depleting that oxygen out of that body. And what happens is with that interval training, you're going to have high heart rate. It's going to drop back down high. You're going to have those up and downs. So what happens is you will be burning calories 2 days after that workout. So that's what's so awesome about interval training, high intensity interval training. So you can just jump on a treadmill. You can go hill climbs on it. Go on a high incline. Go as fast as you can on that incline for like 30 seconds and then walk it out for a minute. Go for another 30, walk it out for another minute. I have my entire workout program on the YouTube. So if you guys are on my YouTube, or you can literally see every single breakdown of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of how I would have my workouts broken out. So make sure to go check those out. But as always, you guys are watching these lives, drop those comments. I will come back and answer those on that next Fullerton Nutrition Live Q&A. So don't be afraid. There's no dumb questions. So make sure to drop those questions. But Shelly, that's what I'd be doing. Do some interval training. You don't have to be in gym for an hour. You can get an amazing workout in just 15 minutes, honestly. But if your nutrition is on point, you will get results. I cannot stress that enough. Here's one. Kimberly asked, my app says to stay under 20 grams net carbs. Is that right for losing weight? So I'm going to throw you guys a curveball. You can have carbs and lose weight, 100%. You can have carbs, lose weight. I just made it on, you guys will see on the Fullerton Nutrition Daily that I talk about that. It's okay to have carbs. You can absolutely lose weight having carbs. You can have the whole 6 meals a day. But why low carb and keto works so well is for everyday people who don't have time to eat 4 to 5 to 6 to 8 meals a day. That's why it works, because it's all about controlling the insulin. And when you control insulin, that's when you start burning fat. So instead of burning the carbs and sugars as energy, you'll start to burn that fat as energy. So instead of taking in the 6 meals, you take in 3 with high fat and proteins. You're going to use those fat as energy, and then you're still calorie deficient. I'm not saying you're not calorie deficient. You got to be calorie deficient still. But I can't stress enough, don't be so calorie deficient where you put yourself in a starvation mode and start burning your own fat as muscle. But if it gave you 20 grams, if that's what you want to do, then go for it. I don't like doing net carbs. I like doing all carbs. I've had so many of my clients, I've helped so many people break plateaus going from net carbs to all carbs, because you could take in 100 grams of carbs and say you did 80 grams of fiber. Now you did net carbs 20, but you really did 100 grams of carbs. So I had an entire bag of green beans kick me out of ketosis. So that's why I don't do net carbs. I do all carbs, because I listen to people saying, yeah, you can absolutely have as many veggies as you want. Don't worry about it. It's not true. So when people start doing that, they actually get better results. So let's see here. Lactic, can you do clean my what else do we got? Like I said, guys, keep dropping those questions. I have everything on my website. I also have a calorie calculator on my website as well. Just go to FullertonNutrition.com. Go up to the top left of that menu bar, click it and go down to tools, and there'll be a calorie calculator on there. I can't see your numbers, so make sure you actually put in your height, weight, age, and activity level, because I cannot stress it enough. If you lie on that, you're not going to get the right numbers. And don't say you're active if you're not active. If you're working out 3 to 5 times a week, then yeah, you're active. And if it's an hour workout, then you're definitely active. But if you don't work out and you sit at a desk all day long, make sure you put that you are not active. So yeah, there's a ton of great stuff on there. And then as always on my YouTube, I have literally my whole day of what I'm eating, how I'm eating, and I have a ton of quick tips in there on the Fullerton Nutrition Daily. So make sure you guys hit those subscribe buttons, hit that like button, and as always, share those videos out. You have no idea how many people of your friends group could maybe benefit from one of these videos. They watch it, it finally clicks for them on how to lose weight, and you help them do that just by hitting the share button. But like I said, guys, you can go to FullertonNutrition.com, and there's a lot of breakdowns on keto and low carb and all of that good stuff. Let's see here. I got to find some more questions. So here's a question. Anyone doing lazy keto? You're not doing keto if you're doing lazy keto. I'm sorry, you're doing low carb. So when people say they're doing lazy keto, it's literally they're just trying to be like all the cool kids and say they're doing keto. Sorry to be so blunt with that, but that thing drives me crazy. Speed keto, here's another question. People doing speed keto, you're just buying into a program that has the fancy word speed in front of keto, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the new best thing. No, you're just cutting out dairy. Like, all you got to do is hit your carbs, hit your fats, hit your proteins. You're going to lose weight. It's that simple. I love when people ask on, like, what's the best way to do it? And this is literally my favorite thing. When somebody asks me, I need help, I need to lose weight, and I tell them what they need to do, and I ask them a week later, I'm like, so how's it going? How are your calories going? And they're like, I'm not tracking. I'm like, why did you ask? Why did you even ask if you're not going to do it? That thing drives me the most insane. I'm not going to lie. For any trainers out there watching this, you can absolutely relate. I am sure of that. Let's see here. I know so there's some more questions on here, but I like to keep these quick, simple, and to the point to give you guys absolutely the most broken down, simplest way of how to do all of this good stuff to get that fat off the body. Let's see here. I'm trying to see. I had a list of questions literally, and then they are gone. But that's why it's so important, guys, to comment your questions on the actual live Q&A video. Because without that, I got to go to so many different profiles and questions and comments and to add them all up. What sucked is I had them all. I had them all written out, and then the laptop died. It's the worst thing ever. So with that, guys, drop those questions. Have an amazing weekend. Remember, FullertonNutrition.com on YouTube and on Facebook. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, share button. And if you guys need help, please reach out. But all you got to do to hit those calories, stay away from the carbs and sugars, hit those fats and proteins, hit your macro goals, go to the gym. You don't have to be there forever. But with that, remember your why. That is the most important part to hit those goals. And remember, have an amazing night.